Morning. Good guap. It's good, Johnny. Good boys. I'm ready for a banger, bro. We haven't hit a clean. I mean, yesterday's PM session trade was really nice, but besides yesterday's PM session, we haven't hit a clean one. But I don't want to feel like I'm owed anything, but shit, man, I'm owed. I'm due. I've worked too hard, man. Today's Tuesday, right? Good, Angel. Sorry about. Don't worry, we'll cover bias. It's 10 a.m. red folder today. That's it, right? Gold Trader Mo? No, I don't know. I don't know Gold Trader Mo.
So expensive. Yeah. We watched your last.
Sorry, I'm checking the economic calendar. Hey, Gooby. Good, man. Tell us about how we use 830. I have a full video on how to use 830. I'd recommend you watch that video, brother. Do you use open, high, low, close? Of course. Hope you will. Hope you will too, bro. It's the 30th today, not the 28th. I will fix that. Oh, right here. You're right. Sorry. This is off completely. Okay. Daily PO3 and intraday order flow says higher. Immediate draw going into open is Asia high. Um, Asia high. If we break down from Asia high, all right, pretty simple day, I would say. Pretty simple day. Easy game plan. Oh, was one more thing to include. One more very important thing to include in the game plan today, and that's what time. We'll execute a plus classic model. Yeah, what is government shutdown? What is that? Keep hearing about that. What today my bias? Going into open, I'm bullish. Going into 9:30, I'm personally bullish. All I need is 450 to pass. You got it, bro. Will the market crash if the shutdown happens? To be honest, I know nothing about the shutdown. Can someone enlighten me? Government shutdown is when Congress refuses policy that president. Wait, so then what happens? What policy is it? What, they all just take a day off or something? What? Bit two chains. Your data on the month of October? Typically, where stuff time starts to pick up for me in terms of volatility. Although we've had a pretty volatile September. September moved, you know. October is usually bullish if you want to talk about tendencies. Um, but I will just, let me just post the game plan in here because I don't really want to repeat it over and over again. All right, this is the game plan going into 9:30. Lost $70 as a new trader selling gold. Yeah, it happens. Going into open, I'm going to be looking for longs. Oh, I see. Government shutdown. Sounds like a good excuse for volatility. I like that. Good rubes. Seems like you're better in trending markets, John. It's a good thing to learn. Tibi is a sell side imbalance. Bishy's a buy side imbalance. Good morning, brother. You know what I like about you guys, bro? You guys always come and say good morning, bro. That's what I like about you guys. People literally ask for buy. Yeah, literally, bro. What's good, Jaden? Going into market open, I am bullish. Looking for these levels. I also want to say A Lab and Futu. A Lab and Futu. Lab and Futu. And maybe Google too. No, not Google. Not enough room. A Lab and Futu. Chipotle, oh, bro. I sold Chipotle a long time ago. Close eye on Futu. Do I skip my BS 10 a.m.? What's bias? We're gonna look for longs going into open. I used to just trade in class. Do you ever think about making options content? No, never thought about that. Stocks. I do stocks content, but not options. Buys, please. I'm gonna expect higher. How do you use midnight opening price? I use it as a level. It one tells me where we're likely to go based on what we've done in relation to that price level. And two, it just gives me higher probability trade setups. I do trade for a living, yeah. Do you trade Forex or gold? I trade NASDAQ futures. Gold rate 780 after. Have you ever thought about making Yes. I have to make sure TikTok doesn't get the you expect to go lower first? Doesn't matter. Just wait. Doesn't matter. If we go lower, it doesn't make really a difference. We can go lower a bit. I wouldn't expect too much lower. If I get an A plus classic model, I will long. If I get an A plus model classic, I will trade that. Otherwise, if it's not a classic model, we'll wait till 10 a.m. Simple game plan today. T is amazing. I'm gonna be bullish going into market open. That may change after. Latest tea every morning. Try it. Try it one time, bro. Get a nice tea. Get it the way you like it. Open up a chart. Then tell me. You trade a daily power 3, yeah? Of course. Okay, Alpha Ticks. Trade of 8. Do a mukbang? I don't know about that. That's not me, bro. Drink your tea raw. I do put sugar in it. I wish I could drink it raw. Not even what I said, man. Yeah, just good, Hassan. Okay, set up with 25. Aim for like a 5-ish micro trade. All right, market open. Yeah, let's lock in. I'm gonna minimize chat right over. Get have my screen split to 3 daily, hourly, and 15. Do you think that's a good way to set it up? I don't think you need the daily still open. Just mark your daily levels and then transpose them. Right. I think 15, 5, and 1, depending on what time frame you enter. If you enter on the 5, then you probably just can do 15 and 5, bro. Chart champs, pretty mid. 24975 all the way up there. Maybe it's possible. DXY bias. Good question. In my opinion, poised to go higher. Yeah, in my opinion, DXY is bullish. Smooth equal highs, bullish daily fair value gap. It's pretty clean bias, which kind of plays into my overall bearish bias on my on. I think DXY is bullish personally. Yeah. Just want to decide really quick. Do I want to buy A-Lab and Futu now? Okay, this one is gonna open at 201. Easy 30% if it goes all time highs. Well, this one's gonna open at 242. Let's Google. Sorry, 1 second, guys. A-Lab has more potential. Anyways, let's lock in. Tradeify worth getting. It's not a bad firm. I would personally use another firm though. All right, I'm gonna minimize chat, maximize charts. Apex accounts ready to copy trade. Alpha futures accounts ready to copy trade. All right, 9:30 open. Go to regular trading hours. Ooh, we have like no gap. Lame. Very lame. Opening range gap, closing price. I got a little tiny one, I suppose. That's our opening range gap. See a little run lower there. Our initial target for market opening price is this buy side liquidity pool right here. We can go ahead and take out some sell side perhaps. See if this sell side pool gives us a setup. I'll take it early on, you know. Would I use that as first presentation? No, probably not. You could though. Could definitely use it as a city. Even if we inverted this, to be honest, just off the 15-minute gap, strong inversion, I'd probably just take that alone. What would the risk on that be? Around 5 micros. ES is going higher. Let's see. If we inverse this, I'm gonna be entering a long. Enter a long, yeah, around a 5 micro stop, target the buy side. Pretty good trade idea. The tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why. Overall, on the daily chart, I am actually personally I'm bearish. I think Monday high of week is safe, but I still want to see. Whoops. I still want to see these equal highs get taken. Now we don't have to take out the equal highs, but right now I'm bullish, personally, and I don't mind taking a long. The higher time frame hasn't really confirmed, but I am leaning towards Monday high of week as my overall objective, I guess. Don't really need to mark out the opening range gap today. Do I want to? No, I don't really want to. Let's do it. So we're gonna take out the sell side right there. I like that we're diving through that. We may just deliver lower. Leave the equal highs. It's possible. If we close bearish here, yeah, I don't like that this was how we delivered. We have to wait till 10 a.m. Let's see how this delivers now. If we get like a quick inversion here, I mean, I would long that. But we may just go straight for new week opening gap. I wonder if today's just a sell day. I am bearish higher time frame. Like I don't think Monday's high gets taken. But for us to leave these equal highs is kind of a red flag. Like I don't think this high gets taken. Looks like we are going straight for new week opening gap. We'll see. I may argue a protraction model to new week opening gap if it forms, but as of right now, still bullish. Not going to change that yet. First presentation. If we can get above that inverse, wouldn't mind taking that. I'm gonna buy some AMD stock. That's what you're seeing me do right now. Also, some first positions in. Oh, A-Lab pumped. FUTU. So, just had to buy those stocks. Getting those shares. Okay, if we get a protraction model here, I would take it to new week opening gap. But ideally, I want to see this inverse. So I'll honestly play this either way. Do I think it's gonna inverse? No, I personally don't. I think we may have just set high of morning, to be honest. It all kind of depends on whether or not we inverse here. So I'm just gonna watch this closely. We do have a. If we get the bearish closure here, I'll take this to new week opening gap if we get good risk to reward. Whoops. It would be a low of day sell, but it's kind of risky. No, I probably wouldn't take that. Meaning that we swept London low. Risk to reward isn't the best either. Yeah, no, definitely not. We're just gonna let that go. Yeah, if I'm being honest, I think we may not be going higher than that. You know, and I think we start taking out some of these lows, start marking out stuff like Friday low. That's Friday, right? Or previous day low. This one I already had that marked, but me personally, I don't think Monday's highs in the scopes. I would have liked us to take the buy side first before looking for a break lower. ES just took out. ES already took out Monday's low. Interesting. We'll see what this does. Oh, we got a nice fill in the order block there. Picks up the ES chart here. Anyways, we're probably just gonna wait till 10 now. We've already expanded. We've expanded a lot now off 930 volatility, so there's not going to be any. I don't want to sell anything down there, right? So we're probably going to wait till 10 a.m. now. Abandoning the bullish bias. This is what I wanted to see after we take the highs. We got it a little bit early, but it's fine. You know. Could be manipulation, but I personally think this is it. I think this is the run. I personally think it's Monday high of week. So, but that's just me. I mean, if you're bullish, then this is kind of an extreme manipulation. I'm gonna have to wait and see. Still B's a nice short. I mean, I didn't really see previous days low. But even if I got a fill here, like even like a best case scenario, I mean 1.7 is not bad. Potential CISD forming. That would be right here. Again, me personally, I'm unless something really jumps my eye, I'm probably just gonna wait till 10. Um, I feel like it'll be way more clear at 10 a.m. and then obviously I don't have to worry about news. So we'll see if we get this the CISD there from London low. I can see both sides too clearly right now. Like the 5 minute gap there. If we get like an A plus protraction from the 5 minute gap, Maybe. No CISD. Yes to trade into the 5 minutes. There's an SMT here. Maybe if we got a really nice. Somehow, if we got something like this and they gave that to us. No, no. Getting worse and worse. Would I ever take this OB? Offer value gap there. I feel like this volatility is done. Like this move, I don't want to be selling at the end of this move. So obviously there's a small fair value gap in there. Could offer a nice protraction model entry. You know, say you got to fill around here. Put the stop there to 1.23R. Say the inversion happened, you could probably go away with the body because it's a 1 point. It's an OB, so you put the stop at the body 1.76. Previous days low. Maybe. But I think just wait till 10 a.m. when it's more clear. I think it's going to be way more clear by 10. Also, don't want to deal with consolidation right now. All right, we could just get choppy in here till 10 a.m. Yeah, for those of you who caught first, nice. That's really good. If you guys like taking trades like that, I'd highly recommend just making a model around first presentation. You'd find probably a lot of entries. This protraction model is not bad. It would have to be a tape read for me. If this inverses, maybe if we get the OB2, a good eval trade. Maybe just for eval, we'll take this. If it forms like right here perfectly, we're gonna wait till 10. That wick tells me a lot right there. Straight into that small fair value gap, expansion. This is a breaker block. If you're bullish. Trading into the 5-minute bearish that formed off market open. This 5-minute bearish. This is 150K eval. Yeah, so we're gonna be in 50 micros or something. I want to risk around 1K on this account. So if I'm risking 250 on the fundeds, multiply that by 4. That's 5. This should be around 25. No, not 50. It's not gonna be 50. No, 50 would be crazy. I want to make sure TikTok doesn't put me as inactive or something. Last time it closed early. Okay, strong move. We inversed first presentation, trading back into just under 50% of it. Here we fell short. That's a pretty good sign if you're bullish. Nice London low sweep. Why we're getting such good price action before 10 a.m. news. Last time I entered before 10 a.m. news, market went sideways for 30 minutes. And it was orange folded. Not even like a significant news event. Still not fully convinced of higher pricing, but it looks pretty bullish right now. I mean, order flow is definitely bullish. We got the CISD shift, right? You see the OB tap there, forms a breakaway, first presentation inversion. Am I convinced of higher? Not fully. I'm gonna be honest, not fully yet. But right now, it is more likely to go up than down. I'm just gonna wait a bit. It is more likely to go up than down. We have the equal highs that we talked about right here. Those are very smooth equal highs. The target's lower. I like new week opening gap, previous day's low. I actually like to see this fail, but I don't know if I could take this trade. $9.47. No, it doesn't matter that NWAG is small. I didn't mark out today's NDOG. That was a mistake. Where is it? Right there. This could be a nice entry. 5-minute gap, first presentation inversion, and the 1 minute. I would probably execute that. 30-point stop. Probably put the stop at the second candle inversion high. 21-point stop. We'll see if it happens. If not, then this is probably an easy run to the buy side. You did respect that gap nicely. If we do close above the body here, that is a bullish order block. We do close above the body. So I'd expect it to take out these highs now. Equal highs here. The minor buy side pool. Yes, it already reached these levels, but I'm staying open-minded for now. 10 minutes until news. If I was in longs right now, if I entered, stop would go to this low, but I wouldn't take this long personally. It's not a bad long, but like I said, I'm not personally convinced of long. In fact, I'd rather sit and wait for a high probability short. We never got the 15-minute CISD though, so that is an important factor to keep in mind. We'll see. 1 p.m. This is first presentation fair value gap. The first fair value gap after 9:30. Yeah, we have news in 10 minutes. I like the S&T here. It's starting to look like a good short setup, but do I want to take it before news? Maybe on the eval only. Let me double check how this is forming. Never inversed. We're going to qualify anyways. We are getting, not really, don't want to say choppy, but inverse first presentation. We didn't inverse the gap right here. I don't enter off reclaimed fair value gaps. I think previous day's low is the draw. If I'm going to enter before news, I may only do so on eval. See if I can get good risk to reward here. I mean, if we get the stop here. Previous day's low is 1.8 R. It's not bad at all. If I'm going to go before news, it's going to be eval only. Probably Yeah, 1.5. We wait for it to tick up. I'll probably execute this eval trade. Wait for it to tick up. All right, we'll take that trade. This is a trade I'm only executing on my evaluation. The reason is because there's 10 a.m. news. Just looking for a run to previous day's low. Stop at the inversion candle high, second candle, 798. Entry, close proximity to the inversion itself. And again, looking for a previous day's low. And like I said, this is eval trade only. News 10 a.m. It's not something worth risking on a funded for me. I do like the setup. The setup's really, really good. I would argue close to A plus. Not A plus because, like I said, you can argue longs, but the setup is really, really good. I'm gonna move the stop to the high of first presentation, 794.5. Let's go 795, just above that wick. 795. 79575. 79575. If it starts getting choppy, and we can always close just before news. We do have another inversion in here. If you want to be aggressive with the stop, you can go just above 50% of first presentation. This is an eval. Trying to give it room. Remember, not executed on my funded. It's not worth the risk on a funded account. You can just wait till after news. Or you don't have to take a trade. I've already had this eval for 2 or 3 days, so. It looks pretty solid still. Might add 5 micros here. Remember, this is an eval, so add more than 5. I'm going to add 5 there. Being extra aggressive on the eval as we form the order block. I'm expecting this candle to deliver lower. Just if this is sell side delivery, this should support price. So I'm adding contracts in that. There we get volatility lower. We don't get the previous day low fill. But I think we'll get there. Move the stop to the short-term high at 772. 5. So pretty much risk-free trade now. If we can just dive through previous day's low. I'm gonna put it up. Whoops. I'm gonna put it up 2 ticks because I have 32 micros on. So we're just gonna go for the fill at 725 because I don't want to get, spread out through the micros and stuff. All right, we're 1 point away. Should get the fill. There it is. Nice fill. Pretty nice short there for the eval. Let's see with the progress on this eval now. All right, we're about halfway. Pretty good trade there. We got a really nice delivery. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It was a good contract adding here on the order block to cover. Yeah, pretty good trade. If you're thinking it was a shame I didn't enter on funded, it's not the right way to think. We still could have went sideways before 10 a.m. news. It's not worth the risk, still, in my opinion. But in this scenario, it played out. The setup was really good. And if there was no 10 a.m. news, 1.8 hour, we take that. Yeah, probably more than 1.8, right? Because we added contracts. So just keep that in mind. Right, the original fill was at 770. So if you get 770, stop was here. That trades 1.66, but we added 7 contracts. So why didn't you enter the long? Like I said, I was never convinced of longs. What is news going to do? I have no idea. I'm just going to wait and see. We edged previous days out? No, we got it right there. I got a really nice fill at 725. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure we got it, bro. Previous days low? Yeah, we got it. You can't be in trade for less. No, there's no rule like that. That would be crazy. We got it and even more. I mean, only like 1 point more. NQ didn't take it. Anyway, that's why I always put it 1 or 2 points higher. You guys will notice. If I do put a TP, it's gonna be 1 or 2 points. What made you take the short? We reinversed first presentation and this inversion fair value gap going into the macro. So there was enough time before news. If this was like 9:58, like I entered short at 9:51, and I'm only looking for a move that would only take a couple of minutes anyways. Long targets, I don't even know if I'm very bullish, to be honest. The only question is how much lower can this really go? Nothing clear. Do we have old session liquidity? Do we have RTH liquidity? I like that. It's around the 1 hour. Maybe this. It's pretty far down. Not that far down. The previous PM session low. We also could reverse from here. It's possible. But like I said, I don't think Monday's high gets taken. Let's just see what happens. For now, we're just going to wait till after 10. We have to wait till 10:02 on alpha anyway, so let's wait till 10:02. I'll make some annotations for you guys. This is a change in the state of delivery. So we didn't get it yet, but if we close above, ES already did, then this is, if you're bullish, this is what you're looking for. Yeah. I'd say this is pretty clean. Like an annotation there. Would I take this? Like I said, I'm personally not convinced of longs. This displacement is really good. Country news on alpha. Yes, on eval you can trade through. Yeah, I wouldn't take anything before news. Just wait till news. I'm just making annotations. I'm gonna be waiting until 10:02. You can hold through during news. Just make sure you don't get stopped or take profit. I was bullish going into market open. Is it still 9:30? No, it's not 9:30. And once this move happened, what did I say? I said I don't even anticipate this high to get taken. I said it's possible. I said right at this point in time, I said it's more likely to go up than down. And then as soon as we got the SMT and I marked it, and then I said if we get this inversion, I think that's the move to previous day's low. There was nothing unclear about what I said today. You can request payouts every 2 weeks with alpha futures, but you only need 3 days to be eligible. If that's what your question is, you only need 3 days to be eligible. Yeah, right now order flow is bullish. I do have 2 monitors, yeah. I don't use them the way I would like to. Chat's open on the second monitor, and then also my alpha futures and trade of 8. If I had the opportunity, when we do the Discord streams, I'm gonna have ES on my second monitor and Nasdaq in full screen on multiple time frames. That's how I would like to trade. but I can't do that. So when we do the Discord streams, we'll have a nicer Nasdaq chart, ES on the second chart. But until the Discord streams, it's gonna be NQ and ES split inside, which I don't really like, but not much we can do. Okay, well we did shift. We took previous day's low. Retraction model long to the buy side, I guess that's probably. We just have to. We get a protraction model long. I mean, I can't ignore the fact that even if I don't expect this high to get taken, which is my narrative right now, for now, I don't expect this high to get taken today for the whole week. Doesn't mean we can't take out these highs and these highs right here and trade into somewhere here as well. I have levels marked out, even premium wick 0.5. So I do think the immediate draw is probably higher now, just because of the sensitivity from previous day's low. So if we can get a protraction model long, I'll take it. The next one that forms probably. Don't see there's no reason to not. So the next protraction model long that forms. So what that means is if I can get something like this, I can enter long. And if not, well, we'll just wait then. Because I'm also kind of favoring a narrative where if price does come here, we do start getting the real move lower, I think that's possible. But right now, immediate draw, these highs, and then this black line buy side liquidity pool. That's what I'm anticipating to get hit for now. So we'll see if that's the case. There wouldn't have been any entry here. You would have had to enter the CISD. 10 a.m. news didn't really do much. Whatever. If I was in a trade, I promise you it would have absolutely exploded. Probably get some funded next accounts. We are trading into a 15-minute bearish fair value gap right now. We did get the 15-minute CISD. That's important to note. Do I want to mark it? I don't really want to mark it. I don't really care. Just know that we're in a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. My objective is still the buy side here. We're going back into the wick on the from previous day. Opening range gap is in here. Midnight open right there. 8:30 open right there. I see the 15-minute gap and the 15-minute order block. 10-minute looks really clean. 10-minute looks clean. Let's just say that much. Would I ever expect those highs to stay open? Is what I'm asking myself right now. Possible. It's very possible. I'm going to watch this level, see if we get an order block. Did we form a 5-minute gap or anything? There's a 4-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute, 1-minute. A lot of speed from the 15-minute gap. Strong wick. See if we get the OB. I don't think. Do I really anticipate these highs to not get taken? Obviously, this wouldn't be A plus because I see both sides. I think we just wait. I don't like the short. Looks like inducement to me. I'm just gonna wait. I still think it takes these highs. I think that's a lot higher probability. We have a premium gap here, so see us get above that. The buy side's the objective. If we get a fair value gap here and inverse, that's something I can execute on. And if this just goes lower, we can always take another protraction model. This doesn't look like it's going to go higher. It looks like a sell day. It's usually we get a run on buy side at least. I mean, ES did take out the highs, so I suppose that's that. It's possible. 10-minute bearish fair value gap. And the 15. I want to see NASDAQ pull lower on the daily chart here. Like my last objective for today. If we get a protraction here, I would take that. We reinverse first presentation there. Still watching it. See if he wants to come back in here. I like that this fair value gap aligns with the wick. This premium wick 0.0. So we touch that. Boom, boom. Drives lower. Looks like we may not run the buy side, but staying open-minded for now. Just waiting. I do believe this is bearish. If I really wanted to, I could take this 3-minute inversion as well. 3-minute is pretty clean. I don't like my stop loss on that though. I'd rather wait for another protraction. It also could be range bound in here. So if I am gonna short, if I can at least get a short from somewhere here, it covers enough to cover that low. So I'm hoping we can retrace higher. Opening range. Where's opening range? Right there. Yeah, 0.25 level. I like that. Sure, that's correct. In annotation, I like to be precise. Seems correct to me. Okay. How do you decide your bias on the day? It's always the same thing. Weekly power of 3 and daily order flow. So just waiting for a protraction model short. If it forms, I'll take it. Can you give me an example? This is your example. Yesterday I said I expect Monday high of week because we went above the weekly open and then broke below. So I'm just waiting for something like this so I can, just my model form. Give me a nice entry for lower prices. We're just waiting. I'm gonna remove that buy side annotation. Okay, we are retracing. That's a good. We never inverted the 3-minute fair value gap. We did invert a bunch of others. I want to see price pull back into that gap and then give me an inversion. The best thing that can happen right now is if we form a bullish fair value gap right here. That's the best thing that can happen. Like if we go up and then inverse, I take that. That would be best case scenario. May not though, so we'll see. Is dollar looking bullish? Dollar still moving lower into that daily fair value gap. No setup. There's no order block in here. Still have to wait. You could take the 3-minute inversion if that's something you're into, but I want to see it pull back. This also could be seek and destroy. You know, it is showing not the clearest one direction. Anyone who's went long would have had to cover. I went short. I had definitely had to cover. Not easy, that's for sure. Pretty slow now too. But we waiting. No rush. Still got 45 minutes. We can always carry into lunch post President Trump speech. I think it stays choppy for a little bit here. Do you guys take any trades today? How's chat doing? Let's check up on chat while we wait for this to potentially do something that it may never do. I am looking for a short, yes. Waiting for my model to form. How long you've been trading? It's been 2 years for me. You passed an eval now. Nothing today. That's good. One stop loss, lost. Took protraction long, targeting the equal highs. Protraction long. Are you sure? I don't see any protractions long. It would have been reversal models if you took this order block or this one. Oh, you took this one at 947? It happens. You took the short with me, Cast. Nice, bro. 947. Yeah, 947 wasn't bad. 947. Yeah, that's a pretty good trade. It's a pretty good trade. ES did go higher, so it's not like you had the wrong draw or anything. Oh, yeah, I lied. ES did not go higher at 947. Take it back. A lot of people took 947 long. Nice. Okay. Interesting. Not a bad trade. Look at the 15-minute chart. Yeah, I see the gap if that's what you're talking about. Took the shorts with me. Nice, nice. Blue refunded. Did you full port and lose or what happened? Yeah, does your firm require the trade to be longer than 5 minutes? No, sir, it does not. I believe it can even be 5 seconds. I'm short till 8:11. 8:11. What? Standard account's my favorite one personally. Funding pips? I don't know much about them. Yeah, 5 minutes is tough for scalping. I'm not gonna lie. How long did it take for you to become profitable? It's hard to say. Is it only an order block if it taps into a PD ray? Yes. Primarily, it has to be a fair value gap, really. We're tapping into the 4-minute there. We're also tapping into the 5-minute. If we get this OB, Not the best short. Probably give it like a B. But I do think it is worth the risk. Stock could go at the whatever body high forms there. That's 1.8 R. PM lows. See what's possible. I would rush. Is there an inversion forming? No, I hate it when it forms like this. There is an inversion on ES. Could take that. Like this potential long short setup that's forming. Okay, we'll see if this forms. ES has an inversion I can use. Is YM. Really? All right, we'll see. If we get closure below idea is I don't want to see this high get taken. It could, obviously. And like I said, it also could just be seek and destroy day today, meaning we just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But we are getting a fair value gap in here. I like that. Very deep if this is a retracement. Looks like it might run past this. And that's fine. I'll let it go. Oh, you mean you're gonna short at 810? It's kind of risky for me, in my opinion. Oh, you've been in short since 810. Yeah, valid, I suppose. I still think these highs are possible, but like I said, for me, I'm not gonna be engaging in that long. I would prefer to see this inverse. I would take that short. It can go higher though. I'm not gonna act like it's one-sided, obviously. It's not one-sided. A lot of sloppy stuff here. But this is the original order block, so we get that inversion, 21 points, 22 point stop, 5 micros across the accounts. We'll see. I'll probably end up taking it like somewhere here, I'd say. So it'll still be around 5 micros, and that's a target, 46 points, so it's 24 opening rate. It's not a bad trade idea. I don't want to see it speedy right now, though. It already went up about 50% here. It's already sloppy. Although we did trade into the inversion, so. Why is this on the right, man? This should be on the right side. Ooh, that's nice and clean. I like that. Nice and clean. All right, if we get this inversion, I'm likely executing short. I'll probably wait for a little bit of sensitivity. I'm gonna go with 35 micros on the eval, 5 micros on the funded. Looks like it will inverse. I'm gonna wait for some sensitivity. So I'm not just taking it right away. All right, I'm gonna take it there. I actually haven't pushed the button on the funded yet, if I'm being honest. Just because as soon as I switched over, it started pumping, so. Make sure the stop goes here on the eval. I'm not in on the funded yet. I think I may have been saved. If we come back below, I'll enter on the funded. Small volume imbalance there. I'm hovering the sell button on the funded. I want to see if it gets below this low. If it does, I'll execute. May have been saved just by timing. Just a couple of seconds waiting. Still a good trade, but just waiting. If it gets below, okay. If we touch here, that's when I'll execute on my funded. On the eval, we're gonna hold it through. There is a volume imbalance there. Make sure we include that. Did not inverse. Add. I'll add 15 if we get back below this low. If we can close below all the bodies, wow, that's a lot of bodies. Never mind. I probably wouldn't execute 5. 5 is probably enough. That we may have been saved from taking a loss. Was there a bullish fair value gap there? 4, 5. No. Wow. Okay, well, we lost on the eval there. Safe on the fundeds. Could give another entry here. It's possible. I don't know if I would take it. 15. I might actually. If we get like a OB right now, here, probably would. It'd have to be like right now though. Like this would just have to be a sweep. Go with 40. We gotta speed up this eval, man. Still up on this account. If we get the OB here, I'm in. No questions asked. Sloppy, but it is what it is. It has to close below. If it closes below, I might wait for like 1 or 2 seconds sensitivity again, because it's been sloppy all day. So this will be, I believe, probably 5 micros. It might be 4 micros. Probably go 5. Yeah, we'll go 5 micros. It didn't close below. No execution. We did get the reclaimed fair value gap. Hopefully we don't get the re-re-re. If we get below this low, I'll probably execute on the eval. All right, I'm going to execute on the eval. Funded, I'm waiting a bit for closure. You know, I'll just enter smaller risk on the fund. I'm going to enter 3 micros on the funded, and then I'll add contracts if I need to. So I'm in on the funded as well. I'll add back the other 2 contracts. I told myself I would work on this. So enter 3 micros on the funded. We can always add 2 more. Or 1 more or whatever. Stop should be at 799.5. You can put it at the body high, but since it's been sloppy, I'm going to keep it at 799.25. We got the reclaimed FEG. And looking for a run below this. Yeah, that's it. Pretty simple. Slap some standard deviations on there. Yeah, it aligns 2.5 nicely. We got to get rid of this account ASAP. Let's do some math here. See if that would be. Oops, I don't put the stop loss on my Apex accounts yet. Make sure we do that. Okay. So again, I'm looking to add the other. I'm only around 75% risk on my funded accounts. I'm looking for an opportunity to add the extra risk. I may do that later on in the trade. I may not do it at all. I am under risk currently. Something I told myself I want to work on, right? Take more trades that I wait for. Instead of waiting, just enter with less risk and then add the contracts later. You know, if I get positive feedback. It's looking really sloppy in here. So 3 micros on the fundeds, which isn't even bad because even if we get to this low, that's 1R in terms of risk. So we could just stay under risk, perhaps. Not the worst. Not the worst thing to do, to be honest. What I want to see is it break below here. That would be a full breaker. This candle makes a lower low. I'll add 1 micro on the funded. If it goes below here, I'll add 1 micro. Sell stop. So just for demonstration purposes, sell stop right there. Meaning if it touches that level, it's going to add 1 contract. Because I don't want to see the swing low get put in. Strong move higher. Looking for a wick. They'll stop at 762. So if the next candle comes down and hits that, it's going to add 1 contract. That's what I'm looking for on the fundeds. So pretty choppy in here. We'll see if we can get some 1030 expansion. That's what I'm hoping for. Working inside that fair value gap. It looks like we may get the re. Unfortunately. But let's give it a chance. All right, we close that up. See if we can get below this candle. Looking like another consolidation of doom trade. Unless we get the speed now and then 1030 delivers the range. Which is possible. You know, it's possible. I want to see that high get taken. I want to see that lower high get put in. Yeah. This should be the lower high, lower low. We probably will take that high out, looks like, just with the speed alone. Yeah, remove the sell stop order. We're still in the trade. I am glad I de-risked slightly. Wait, after this, if this trade fails, we'll probably wait till 1050 macro or 11 when Trump starts to speak. We do reinverse the reinversion. The reinversion. Inversed, reinversed, re. Can't even do it, bro. Can't even do it. So just waiting. I don't even know if I'll add a contract, even if we do get below this low. I mean, it would be a nice mitigation block, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Like, if we get something like that, maybe I'll add one there, but it looks like we're just going to get stopped out. Most likely. We could terminate early. I'm going to give it a chance, though. It's on the RB right now. ES looks a lot better. About 4 points from our stop loss. And we're out there. Well, it was a pretty good trade. Sweep, OB. We definitely got chopped. We're down on the funded now. I'll probably wait till 11. Only down 0.75. 0.75 Either this stays choppy or we run the buy side, I think. I don't think that big move lower is going to happen anymore. Just because of how it should have went lower there, you know. I'm glad I de-risked slightly. Wait and see what happens here. We do get an inversion here. We'll annotate that. That's dark. Too dark. Hmm. Why are you showing eval trades only? Because my eval signed into TradingView. My other accounts are on other platforms. I took those trade on my fundeds too. Can I ask if you say low was swept and we why not looking for longs? I don't expect this high to get taken, so I'm just trying to align with the weekly power of 3. We're down on the fundeds. The eval's probably down too, should be. Yeah, we're down on the eval. So we'll probably have one more trade on this eval. No, we're not up. Bro, accept it's bullish today. Or didn't get tapped in at 810. Gatie, can I ask if you what's up? It's a good question. It's a smack on the back of my head to trade only with my own opinions. That might be a good idea if you can't handle the losses. Are you allergic to money? Why don't you just stop trading after 2 trades? Why would I stop after 2? It's just choppy, no trade. Yeah, it looks like it might stay sideways. I don't think anyone long is having a blast either. Don't think anyone long is having a blast either. We'll just study this for now. Trump speaking, so at 11 could stay pretty choppy until then. SMT all the way there. Interesting. The fair value gap, buy side imbalance. But TikTok doesn't sign me out. Almost said buy now. No, definitely won't be buying now. No, you don't have to close your trades, but the market can be pretty choppy until Trump speaks. Why does every day look the same, bruh? That's really hard. It's been not the easiest. Bearish for value gap on ES looks pretty solid. This looks pretty choppy though. If we inverse this, it would be another criteria. And 30 trades higher, breaks down below opening price. Not a bad trade. I think it's just something to study for now. 10:30 opens, trades higher, maybe breaks. That is a part of, my intermediate power 3 model, but it's looking just way too choppy. Lunch may make a lunch may have a big move, possible. You do get the inversion there. Should be a tape read, something like that. Tape read trade. I don't really want to execute until after Trump starts talking. ES is like making lower lows. ES is all the way down here. Nasdaq's more bullish. ES weak. Okay, no easy. Not easy. Ugh. This would be a nice breaker, but maybe if we get the breaker 1050, we can take a protraction model. So like, if we got something like that, or something like that, let's take that trade. ES is diving through. London low on ES is still open, so it's possible we get that deep dive through. I just don't get it. Are you afraid of being hurt? If I was your man, maybe you that do better. Doing you right. You're the kind of woman, say good things. We do get the lower low. It's on a sweep. I just wanna show you you are. You just let me love. You can be the one to an SMT here now. Dangerous game. Do 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 do. See if it just dives through here. Possible. Let this thing on. We do get the breaker. Nasdaq making me second guess every confirmation. Like maybe a protraction here. Nothing easy, man. We do get London low there on ES. Looks very bearish, to be honest. I think we had the right idea. I thought this is really something we can capture. Bearish for value gap with a breaker. Maybe if we get a protraction from it, we can see if Nasdaq wants to take that low as well. Obviously the breaker is like this, by the way, but I'm marking out the bottom portion. Let's see if we get a protraction from here. Suppose I'd give it a try. I suppose it would be worth the risk. Final attempt. I don't know how much is left on this account. Probably not much because we were up and then down. Um, we have like nothing. We just use it for demonstration purposes. So we were up 5, and now we're only up 1.5. So we lost like what, 4? We probably have like 1K left. So the fair value gap is like this. I incorrectly annotated the fair value gap there. So we'll see if we come down. Maybe we get a bullish fair value gap here if that inverses. It doesn't look like it though. Yeah, we get the full inversion here. Yeah. This may be the run for the highs. Now that we have the full SMT here. And then we also have I'm just tape reading this. Too choppy for my liking anyways. You can tape read this trade. Yeah, we can tape read something like that. SMT, retraction model on NQ, reversal model on ES. Still hasn't formed. Still forming on ES, the reversal model criteria. But retraction model on NQ takes the low. SMT, confluence. And the inversion is the criteria. But again, I think just waiting till Trump is probably the best thing you can do. That's why I'm tape reading. If we close above here, that's a bullish order. If we close above here, that's a bullish order block. Yeah, I'm still live on TikTok, right? So bullish order block likely to form here, which means you can move your stop all the way to here, hypothetically speaking. If it closes above. I see it tap the bullish order block. I'd want to see a breakaway gap here. If this is going to be a nice clean run, just taps and goes. This stays open. Oh. Oh. Mm-hmm. Give you everything you want and need. I'd want to see this fair value gap stay open. We call them bags. If you put this color on it, then it actually works. Like it may come back down for it. Still no CISD on ES. It's quite a ways higher. I think we inverse first presentation on that as well. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. So this buy side pool, because we failed to run lower so many times. Obviously, we still could. It's possible, but I think it's more of a range bound day. So we don't want to look for stuff all the way down here. We want to look for stuff, inside this price action. And then obviously the most obvious draw that's still open is, the buy side pool right there. It's just that kind of day. Yeah. We also have these equal highs. I'd assume just pierces through all that. Maybe when Trump speaks later, maybe that's when, it starts going lower. I also think it's possible we get all the way here. I mean, this just looks like a beautiful place to accumulate shorts. And the premium wick 50% aligns nicely. At least 0.25, I would say, for that. There's speed. There's a lot of speed. There's the buy side pool. Nice. Did anyone catch that? Gotta open up chat. Why'd you include the wick? When you draw the OB, include the wick. When the OB is forming, use the body. Remember that. Very crucial. Right, that's how I expected this breakaway gap right here. Right? Losses back and back. Nice. Blue funded. Is you short? You're the best signal surface. How late is Trump speaking? He usually, probably not going to start at 11. That was a nice trade. Yeah, that was nice. September has not been easy. I 100% agree with you, brother. What NQ chart? This is MNQ. I use you. Nice, bro. It actually touched my TP, made my losses back. Yeah, you could look for runners. It's looking really bullish before the Trump speech here. Could be a manipulation factor, but like I said, even if we're bearish higher time frame, there's a really good chance it gets there. Not an easy day. At the end of the day, it was a range bound model. So when I trade the range power, I don't even talk about my range PO3 model. I don't like sharing that model. But if you were to go back, the only valid setups on range PO3 would have been this long and this long. No shorts would have been valid for range PO3. Obviously, I wasn't expecting range PO3 when I first started. It accidentally touched my. Yeah, I'm $680 away. Just gonna watch you trade now since I can. Why can't you trade? What time's Trump speaking? They say 1. Sorry, 11. But I don't know if he actually will. 1 win, 1 loss. Nice, bro. You got that long? Nice. Damn, bro. Shit the model real quick, boss. It's not a good model. It's only when you expect a range-bound condition, It's only in that specific scenario. Trump already spoke? Dip your goatee in milk? What? 1 loss, 1 win, 2.3% up. Nice, yeah. That win should have sufficed. Was up 5K on my 50K funded and blew it all. Let me ask you something. Because I have a pretty good guess here. The 5K you were up. Did you earn it? Like, did you trade properly to get it? Because I get the assumption that you probably didn't really trade properly to get that plus 5K. You went for a 4 point stop to 8 point TP? I mean, if that's your style, it's fine. You know? Depends on your style. Bro, I'm not dipping my goatee in milk. How many times are you gonna say that? $10 a way to pass my funded? I really hope you can get the job done, bro. I go live every single day, man. I've been going live every single day for like a year and a half, more, almost 2 years. Still in the long. I'd be taking like 80% off here, 20% leave for the buy side, or 80% here, and then maybe probably like 15% and then 5%. I just really like this level. Who said that? It's TikTok chat, of course. You think there's a possibility that we short? How much am I funded total? Right now I have 8 50K accounts. That's what I'm working with right now. Do you think there's a possibility that we short on MES? Could have went long gold, PR, Bitcoin. Can you show your monthly P&L? My monthly P&L would be a lot higher if we didn't have the trade copy or mishap. Remember, I had to restart all my Apex accounts. That was not fun. No, sir, it was not fun. We were up pretty nice on those accounts. So we can keep track October together. My TradeZella is pretty messy because some days it's gonna say like 400 because alpha, other days are blank, and then other days are like it's like minus. I can't get accurate numbers because technically I lost. If you really want to say, technically I lost 30K or 20. How much would it be? 2 times 5. It would have been like 10K. No more. 2.5, like 12.5K. Remove my P&L. So just ignoring September. Last month was good. Last month was August. August was good for us. We got 2 payouts in August. Not to be pocket watching, but how much you make trading? Anywhere between 4 and 5 figures. Depends on the month. Sometimes zero. Sometimes just like a couple thousand, 1, 2 thousand payout, and that's it. You hear all accounts at once? Most of the time. Any more trades today? I think PM session will be really nice today. Activation fees around 150 per account. You don't think PM will be nice? How much was your best month? In terms of we're talking about payout. It doesn't really matter if you went on a fun time about pay. July was my best month in terms of P&L, and July's P&L got me a good amount of payouts in August. What's your win rate? Depends. How much you received in payouts? Over 5 figures, under 6. What is your win rate? Fluctuates. I usually hover around a 60% daily win percentage. How long it took you to get consistent payouts? Depends what your definition of consistent is. I don't get payouts every month. Um, I think that's an unrealistic expectation. I don't think, unless I force payouts every month, I don't think I'll ever get payouts every single month forever. Unless I force them, meaning I just kept getting accounts and kept trying to get 3 and then, which I don't trade that way. So my first payout was a long time ago, man. It was 2024, March. How many trades you take weekly? Anywhere from 3 to 10, I would say. A lot of people stop themselves at 1 or 2 trades. I'm not that type of person. I have no problem taking as long as I don't lose. There's a maximum loss in a day. There's a premium wick 0.25 buy size right above. You need to start aiming for bigger wins or stay consistent. I'm going for bigger wins now. I'm doubling my risk. Do you recommend copy trading different firms separate or all at once? Um, it's a big decision, yeah. Been trading on demo for a couple weeks, trying to simulate passing a funded account. Okay, that's good. How long would you recommend to keep doing that? Great question, because that's what I did too. Um, what you should do is, first off, the moment you don't have to ask that question is when you should do it. You know, once you're like, yeah, you know what, I got this. You know, like I'm ready. That's what I would do. Yeah. Obviously, you can just do it when you pass. When it was me, I don't listen. I'm gonna be straight up. You answered my question. I was zoned out. I haven't gotten a payout copy trading accounts yet. Do you have it to request from each account individually? Yes, each one individually. He's getting me a car this week. It is a big decision, boy. Did yeah, it is. And listen, if we end up not being able to do the double risk, then I'll just have to get bigger size accounts. Is it going to full TP? This is where I say the bulk I would take off. These are runners. To use my fund of futures, I haven't used them. I have gotten a couple accounts, like two or three. I've actually never passed a my fund of futures account. Time is PM. PM starts at 1:30 officially. I personally only trade it after 2. Why don't you trade CFD firms? Futures cleaner. Have you tried TradeSyncer? Yeah. What a trade didn't. What a trade didn't trade. What a trade didn't trade. Until ES took out the low doesn't people. Yeah, exactly. The real move happened. If you want to say real move, I don't personally. I still think we can move a lot lower today, but that's just me. Um, no, personally, I think we can still go lower today. You know, but it may be a little bit of ego involved in that bias. If I'm being honest, would you take this inversion? What inversion? Nice. Yeah, London. If you guys look, mark London low on ES, this black line, that's exactly when the move happened, you know? I'm excited for Discord streams too. Remove the bots. Sorry. When are you starting Discord streams? I think we'll start in December. I don't know. Does that sound good? I'm excited too. You know what I'm most excited for? Oh, you guys don't even know. You guys don't even know. I haven't traded like this in full screen in so long, man. You know how much I miss trading in full screen? I can't trade in full screen because on mobile you won't be able to see. That's what I'm most excited for, man. Like I have to zoom out every time. And then it gets sloppy. Then I gotta keep moving my. I mean, it's not the worst. I'm so used to it now. Gotta hit the 50-50. NQ. Yes, it's NQ. How do we get into the Discord lives? In December, I'm gonna open a separate, not a separate Discord, but a separate section in the Discord. I think I'm gonna charge 25 per month. Yeah, 25 per month just to watch. That would be just you would just be a viewer and a chatter. I think that's really fair. It should eliminate any trolls. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. If you come and you still troll, if I somehow still have trolls, I don't know. I'm just gonna refund them and kick them out. Oh. I think you can, Javier, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. One time I did that and I could have sworn it just closed the account. I did it with Top Step once. So, what do you mean troll? Like TikTok chat, you know? Like every time I enter a trade and then if I'm in drawdown, if you just join TikTok chat while I'm in a trade, you'll understand what I mean. It just ruins it for everyone else. I've traded for 6 months on my own. I have 4 payouts. You don't need this, guys. This guy. Yeah, you don't need it. 100% you don't need it, bro. I'm not saying you need it. Some people want to watch me trade. It's for them. If no one wants to come, that's fine too, man. You know, it would make my trading a lot easier, to be honest. Why would I refund them? True. That's true, low key. But nah, I'm not here to take anyone's money. I would just refund. Or just mute them. Is that possible? Yeah, I could just mute them and be like, ah, you pay for the service, but yeah, it's all good, Brandon. Like I said, a lot of people don't need it, you know. But there are a lot of people who do. You know, there's people who watch me and they constantly, which is fine. You know, I actually encourage questions. They ask me, why this inversion? What are you waiting for specifically? What are you looking for? Why is this, high probability? Why is this low probability? You know, yeah, that's fine. Those people, it's for them. It's not like too serious for me, you know. Why is first presentation not the one above? See, questions like that. It's not the first presentation above because this candle is 929. So this candle that forms first presentation, it's not existent after 930. This is the one that's existent after 930. So you'd have to include it like this. Yep, I trade every day. I mean, I don't execute every single day, but I'm here. What's more important in psychology? Oh, bro, give me any, give me any strategy. I promise you. Um, this, give me any strategy. I promise you, I'll be profitable with it, bro. I genuinely think I can do that. I genuinely think I can do that. There's the buy side pool. Where do you journal the trades? Trade Zella. Like how straightforward and real you are. Appreciate you, bro. What's the benefits of paying 25? $25 would be just to watch and comment on the live streams. You'd have access to AM and PM streams when I do PMs. Um, I'll probably do streams here. And listen, by the way, let me say something really important here. Um, I'm still gonna post every single record. So for those who are gonna say, "Oh, he's not gonna be transparent," I'm gonna record every single Discord stream and I'm gonna post it on YouTube. If I'm assuming I'd be able to, so I'm still gonna do that. That way, you guys can still see everything I trade. I'm not gonna call anyone out, but yeah, Shermaine's a good guy, bro. Shermaine's a good guy. It's difficult, Ella Lois. I don't necessarily blame him for that, but yeah, it is kind of not the true transparent, um but what's important is I'm still gonna post every single recording, right? So if I stream in Discord, also I'm gonna be trading my live account in Discord. So once I don't really want to be in TikTok live stream and when I'm trading my live account, it's not really a game. I don't treat this as a game at all. Someone just said something hilarious to me. Um, if you look just from 10 a.m., a.m. looks clean. Yeah, I mean, you would probably look from just 10 a.m., right? It's after news. It's not bad. Well, not a bad session. You have to survive this. But why is my trading view still delayed? I don't have the free version. It's not trading view that's delayed. It's CME data. So once you get essential data, you have to be what's it called? You have to get CME data, my brother. You have to pay for real time data. I gotta. So we took our first position in stocks today. That's another thing too. Once we do that Discord, I will update you guys on my stock positions. Um, it'll look something like this. This trade was so good, man. Look, I gave the stock signal. I gave the stock signal 191.75. I said my model rates the stock 97.75%. Remember this. August 8th, or sorry, August 25th, $191.75. This stock went all the way up to 262. That's a $70 increase per. That's a huge increase, bro. I will trade PM session today, yeah. 191.75. How much percent is that? Because usually I go for, on these kind of trades, I go for like 10%. Yeah, we got the 30% target. That's like best case scenario. Anyway, I'm not here to guarantee anyone like free live money, but I do trade stocks as well. Gotta send this email 1 second, guys. Should be all good. What's the next move? Wait for Trump and probably look for shorts if the market breaks down. That's what I would do. Are you going to trade the PM session? Yes, I will. So I look for a short. That's what I would do. I don't want to tell you what you should do. Look at the SMT at the highs. Yeah, it's probably something there. ES might get there too. Do you want to stream the PM session on Discord as well? Eventually, when we do the private streams, yeah. The main, you guys want to know the truth on why I don't stream PM session? It's because the trades are so quick, and I just can't be bothered to take like a trade that's like sometimes it's like a 1 minute or 2 minute trade. I can't be asked to deal with that kind of. At least a trade like this, it moves. I can manage risk, and then people aren't as toxic, you know. But if I take a trade that's literally like, it's a scalp model, right? It would literally look like this. Like this is the 1R model right here. This would be the trade, literally like this. I can't even be bothered to deal with the back. It would look exactly like this. How I would take this as a 1R model. It's this scalp. Literally, this is the model. Bullish fair value gap plus inversion. You take that for 1R, and it's like this. You know how much hate a trade like this would get, even though I know it's profitable. If you take it a bunch of times, like it's not something I want to deal with. I think we're gonna give away some iPads, guys. I think I'm gonna charge 25 for the live streams. I think that's fair. The cheapest I've seen is 100, so I don't think really anyone can complain. And like I said, if you can't join, it's no big deal. I'm still gonna post every single stream on YouTube. So if you still want to learn, by the way, we're not in this trade, but if you still want to learn, um, then it'll still be posted for you. You know, it's not like it's still there. Can I get an iPad big gate? Is there anything to join now? No, not anything that's available. This private group you're seeing, this is what's going to be made for the public. I don't like to typically share this, but since I'm not letting anyone anyways, I don't mind sharing it now. This will be made public. This section where I put my plans, daily chart studies, stocks. Post my journal, Sob, don't worry. Can you quickly explain what a futures contract is? Yeah, I can do my best. I don't have the best explanation, to be honest. In that moment you open this $25 sub, I will join in less than 1 minute. Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. That's funny. Um, Today was nice. Yeah, I mean 25 is, listen, 25. Not these streams. We'll move on to Discord streams. Pre-order? I don't think I can do that. I don't know how to set that up. I'm not smart enough. We'll probably start in December. I think December is a good time to start. What is True Day open? That's midnight opening price. Maybe short. I would be bearish. Drop the invite. It'll start in December. I think I'm gonna include a bunch of stuff in there. I will stream PM only in the Discord. Would I ever? You should open this ASAP. A lot of people would join. Well, I'm gonna be honest. The whole point is to try to cut down, but as long as not troll people join, that's the main goal. Like, it's just gonna be a huge weight off my shoulders. I'll be able to trade with like, like real people next to me. PM session. I trade PM at 2 p.m. I'm not gonna be streaming it on YouTube, or I'm not gonna. I'll start streaming. Why are you worried about trolls? Just ignore. If you just join my TikTok stream, I would encourage anyone here who says who cares about the trolls, I would encourage you to spend 5 minutes in TikTok stream when I enter a trade. 5 minutes. Have you found how we can? Oh, there'll be every single option will be available. You know, it's not. Why am I doing that to myself? There's no point. Exactly, Leon. Exactly. It sticks with you. It even sticks with you the next day and then the day after that. So, yeah, I will journal. Yeah, I risk the same trade with the scalp model. Also, keep in mind the pressure, guys. Like, listen, at the end of the day, this is my fucking job. Like, this is what pays the bills, the expenses, my savings, my investment account. So, you got to be top of your game always. Someone said, how do I do my stock? Do I want to leak my stock model? I'm going to make a video on my stock model eventually. I know how to do 50, then donate half? What do you mean donate half? I mean, we'll do a bunch of giveaways in there and stuff all the time. Just reinvest that money into you guys. This is my stock model. I suppose I can share this. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't even think most people would know how to use any of the information I'm providing right now. So, stock model has a couple of things you need to track and then grade, and it'll give you a final grade. The most important part is market confirmation. This is where I have to do my own smart money based analysis on NASDAQ, the S&P, YM, and the dollar. Tell me if it's a good time. So just because a stock, for example, by the way, ignore this red, doesn't mean red. For example, say we enter a stock and it gives me, a 97.5% hit on the model. That means that's how good the stock is. The stock is really good, right? It doesn't mean it's a good time to buy. That comes from this. So very, very important. Part 1, find a good stock to pick. Put it on the watch list. Part 2 is find the right time to buy. Or at least take your first entry. Today I took my first entry in this stock and this stock. Why? Well, they both have good hits. They both have easily 10% gains. That's always a minimum for me. 10% at least. It doesn't have to hit 10% for TP. It needs to move at least 10%. Like, it can't be like we're all the way up here and 10% into oblivion. Like, I'm not gonna take a trade like that, But here I can see an easy 10%. And then same thing here, right? So for example, where can I not see an easy 10%? Google's a stock I'm interested in. But even if Google makes a new all-time high, it's not 10%, it's 6.5. It's not good enough for me. There's not enough potential, right? Another one I was looking at is Amazon. Amazon can have an easy 10%, It can have easily more than 10%. So Amazon could be a good stock. Coinbase is a good one. I can show you guys how I would break it down. See, 10% is easy on Coinbase. I like that it's consolidating right now. Do I want to share? Okay, I'll show you guys some analysis for Coinbase. So this is where I get my data, and then I plug this data into my my stock model. So this just gives me the data. It saves me a lot of time, so I don't have to find the data myself. So composite rating, it's not bad. The reason I would not trade, it's just EPS rating is 10. It means they're not making money on their shares the last couple of quarters. So this would be a no trade, impossible. Even if I believe in the company, like I don't care about that. Look at something like Iron is number first in its group in comparison. Right, even the earnings there are not good, but the other stuff is really really strong. So for example, let's look at Amazon because that one's possible actually. They should have pretty decent numbers. Nope, those are not decent at all. Accumulation distribution rating, I don't like that. And 10%, that's not bad. The earnings are not bad. The relative strength just means it's not performing good, but the group strength is good and the SMR rating is good, meaning they're making money. They are making money. Is it the best option right now? No, I'd probably wait for more confirmation. But this is something where you could take a small position and then, look for, if we compare that to AMD, or let's compare that to the one I entered. Okay, this is the one I entered. I'll check canceling right now. This is the one I entered, right? Let's compare. Earnings are absolutely amazing with this company right now. The group strength is really good. The new factor is good. Accumulation and sales, good. It has a great composite rating on the website. It's number one in its group. Great stock. Yeah. I'm not saying buy the stock, guys. I'm just saying compared to the other ones. And then the other one I'm entering off AMD. This one is kind of being carried by its new factor, meaning I expect a lot of good stuff to come with AMD. Its earnings are still shy of 80. Usually you look for 80 here minimum, but it's because of that one bad quarter. Everything else looks pretty good, sustainable. Everything else is pretty solid. Group relative strength is really good. It says CRDO is, man. What's CRDO? I don't know that stock. Interesting, actually, yeah. This is a brand new stock, though. It's risky. 140 mil float. I mean, not brand new, but that's a potential 10%. You could look into this too, Credo Tech Group, I guess. Anyway, that's how I do it. It'll still be like 85% plus toxic. In terms of sales, Amazon's making money, yeah. We are diving here. Nasdaq, I'm bearish too. Is it going lower? Yeah, see, I like this. Trump spoke 20 minutes ago. It's done. Poker tournament. As soon as Funded Next pays me, um, like I said, I'll take that money and we'll do a poker tournament, and I'll give you guys cash. Short. What's Hood doing? Fuck, man. I don't even want to talk about Hood. I mean, I can't complain. I mean, we made money. Hood's still green, bro. It's gone. It's gone. It's not coming back. I'm bearish. I'm gonna give you guys my sniper draw, and then we're gonna call it a stream. My sniper draw is daily discount wick 0.0 at 640. That website's not free. 640 a stretch? No, it's not a stretch. 640 is my draw, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And I will trade the PM session. Remove opening range gap, premium wick 20. I suppose we can. We'll leave that. I don't care about previous day low. The stock info, yeah, it's not free. Is there a Discord link? It's in my bio, and it's free. Just make sure you click open in browser. Use the same strategy for stocks. To pick when to buy, yes. But to pick the stock, no. Obviously. You gotta pick the stock first and then when to buy. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys coming through. My opinion, either we stay range bound or we dump. I favor dump. I personally think I actually think we can get a large expansion lower today, but it hasn't really been showing signs of that. But I personally do think that that's very possible. Um, so we'll see. Apex is good. Yeah, I use Apex. Make sure you take advantage of their discount they have going on right now. Yeah, it is last day of the month. Exactly. 100%. Thoughts on taking the 5-minute inversion if we get it? I don't think it's a bad idea if that's your model for shorts. I don't take personally trades like that, but if that's how you trade, then I think that would be a good setup for your model. I mean, not that you probably know your model better than me, right? But I think you get it pretty much. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through. YPA September was bad. September is, I mean, generally speaking, I don't think September is the best. Why was it so bad? It's hard to say, man. Volatility was low. Not a lot of. The beginning half wasn't that bad in my opinion. I mean, you just had to be bullish every day here, which I was. It just wasn't easy, I wouldn't say price action was bad. I'd say it wasn't easy. You had to be very nimble, and it is what it is. See you tomorrow, Obi. Take care, brother. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I will post what I'm looking for in Discord for a PM session. And yeah, I appreciate you guys coming through. And I will see you guys live tomorrow. Good luck for PM. Appreciate you, bro. See you tomorrow, my guys.